Good evening, folks. Welcome to your evening news. I am Peter McDrinkin. Let's see. Story for today. A stripper in Florida is under arrest tonight for squirting vaginal fluid at police officers. She claims it was in self-defense. Reports say two officers were in the strip club for approximately 3 hours, maybe more, and did not get a single performer that night. Bartender also states the two officers are probably drunk off wine coolers because they have been sipping on the bottles for, a few hours since they've been there. One of the guests says one of the officers pulled out his junk and put it on his partner's head, yelling around the club, saying, "Hey, look, my peckerhead." That was not very funny. Anyway, bartender also says when it was time for Betsy to perform, the officer asked her, "Hey, why is your stage name named Squirts?" Well, the officer threatened to tase her if she did not comply and tell her exactly why her name was Squirts. So she pulled out a squirt gun and shot all the contents on the officers, making them arrest her. Crazy, right? Don't go to Florida. Corona hotspot. I think the governor done told you. Anyway, the people in Houston have some great news. They will no longer have to get out of their car to go to the strip club. That's what I'm talking about. Mobile Hooters. Woo! That's right. That's America's first strip club for automobiles. Drive-in Hooters is now open for business. Due to the COVID-19 restrictions, social distance is a major topic. Bar owner says that this will help spread the virus to the dancers and where they're, keeping them safe. They no longer get to wear undergarments on their private parts. They now have to use that for a mask. Can you imagine the smell? Some rich lawmakers think it's a good idea to help contain a terrible virus. Me too. Anyway, the club owner says that he is just a little upset that a sushi restaurant decided to open up business right next door. Every once in a while, they get a breeze of smell of nasty fish and whatnot that creeps through the damn strip club. And the owner says, believe me, it is not the dancers. It is not the dancers. They're on the summer breeze drip, when they dance and they're showing off their business, they want it to smell like flowers in the spring. All right. Now, cover charge is $15 per car, one person per front seat, one person per back seat. You cannot lick the windows. It is strongly advised. Okay. Now, let's go to Derek Whitham Jerkers for the news.
Thanks, Peter. Well, it's hot as hell outside. It shouldn't really be a surprise to anyone. It's July. Here's a look at the map. As you can see by the map's areas from Norfolk all the way up in Montreal is in for a long, hard rain. Residents in this area will really be getting the shaft. Rain will be spraying all over the place. And I'm just hearing this in. We have Mason over in Montreal.
Here's Silo! It's storming pretty bad! I'm getting a little wet. I think it's starting to hail, honestly. Stay inside whenever you can. I tried to go catch a trampoline and I slipped. I think I broke my toe. Stay inside. Stay away from any windows. This is Mason Law coming to you. Channel 12 News.
Gee, stay dry. Thanks, Mason. Moving to the center, as you can see, we have mounds of slippery slopes going from St. Louis all the way to Cincinnati.
Looks like titties.
As the cold front pushes between the two cities, will make areas super stiff. We go down to Shreveport, Louisiana. That's a weird area that we have no clue what the hell is going on, but what can you expect? Back to you, Peter.
Derek. Oh, excuse me. All right, moving along. Now we travel to the great state of Arkansas. Great state of Arkansas. Love to go to. Anyway, here is a report of a man who called the police on his girlfriend for being too rough during sex. That's right. Rough during sex. Anyway, Jake believes his old lady was all jacked up on the fly. The stuff that's like steroids for female sex drive that she bought off Craigslist. Makes her crazy. She drank half a bottle, just like it was a fifth of booze, and just went nuts. Is even giving a little bit to her chihuahua. Jake says it came in the living room and she was playing his new game on the PlayStation and she just slapped the shit out of him, across the face, demanding he take her right there, right now. Anyway, he wasn't at a safe spot as the round just started. As we all gamers know, that sucks. Anyway, wow, he could not follow the game. Yeah, too many distractions. Anyway, she then started to chase him outside where Lucky the Chihuahua stays, and the dog and the girlfriend had, started chasing him around, getting on him and stuff like that. Their eyes were turning red like zombies and everything. Anyway, she finally caught him and slapped the shit out of him again. He's leaned up against the doghouse now and he starts to smell something burning. Turns out it was Lucky going to town on his leg. Guess that shit really works. Anyway, back to his girlfriend. Poor old Jake. Anyway, she keeps slapping the shit out of him, kicking him in the groin, calling him he ain't nothing but a little low down, dirty skank, and all this other kind of stuff. Ends up knocking the shit out of him. He calls paramedics, the cops come, take off his girlfriend, which probably not his girlfriend anymore. He don't need a girlfriend. Anyway, that is all that story. I'm so sorry, Jake. Please, somebody adopt Lucky the Chihuahua. Anyway, now to Mr. Qualls, make bigger balls for sport.
Thanks, Peter. Today in sports, got a lot to talk about today. Yeah, the Redskins finally has a name for the football team, the Washington football team. Basically, that is. Baseball is back with half a season with cardboard cutouts in the stands of random people and recordings of the audience cheering and booing. NASCAR, though, people are still driving around in circles trying to chase a rabbit or something. Some college football teams forced their head coach last year due to losing so much, people stopped attending their games. Now that COVID has come around, the coaches are smiling back saying that it wasn't because we sucked and lost almost every game. I know we went 0-11, but it was all the players' faults. Now I don't know what else to talk about because there was not really any sports to talk about. Now if you go to Kentucky, they're having the 10th edition of Penny Throw. It's naturally loads of fun, but last year's Penny Throw toss, and someone went through a load of diapers. We can't say who. Lots of fun around because it was really fun. However, it did become the first national dunking. Trust me, it was a blast. It's like going through the hot summer months.
Thank you, Mr. Bigger Balls. That was an interesting segment. All right. Well, that's the evening news for today. But wait, I just got a special announcement handed in from our producers. Let's see, scam alert. There is a Chinese company, No One Gives a Fuck, is sending out seeds to people to you in the mail. Whatever you do not open them, eat them, plant them, send them to your mother. Your mother-in-law's fine. That's whatever. Anyway, take that shit and send it to the government. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Anyway, thank you guys. Stay tuned for more of the news. If you want to, you can tune in tonight. We'll run the same fucking episode over, just like they do on the real news. Anyway, my name is Peter. I am out. Drinking. Everything in this video is meant for a joke. Get a laugh. Have fun. Anyway, my name is Governor Stephen Lott, and I approve this fucking message. Vote for me.